Hello everyone, today we are looking at a passage 2, colorful shifts, and we have which paragraph contains the following information, like paragraph matching questions. Let's start. Example of how one parrot species may survive at the expense of another. So description of how plants may adapt to attract birds. Two parrot species I need benefits from changes to the environment. Landscape resulted in a great variety of parrot species. Okay, why most parrot species are native to southern hemisphere. Example of parrot species which did not survive to change its habitats. Okay, so now let's continue. The writer believes that most parrot species. Okay, what does the writer say about parrot beak? I need the beak, which is not mentioned as a disadvantage by the writer. Okay. Now, no more than two words or in the number. Okay, there are 345 varieties of parrot in existence, and of these means among them, this many live in Australia. I think it's number. As early as the probably period, the map maker is a person, somebody, Ishmat, for example, recognizes that parrots lived in that part of the world. Somebody, the famous painter, they said. That's why I knew that it was the name of the person. I know that, like, somebody, comma, the famous painter. Painter is, of course, a person. That's why it's the name of the person. Commented on the side. Okay, done. And colorful shifts. So we analyze the question. And okay, let's start reading the passage as fast as possible. So parrots are found across the tropic and in all hemisphere continents but nowhere do they display such a richness of diversity from forum as in Australia. 1/6 of the world's 345 parrot species are found there. Okay, now I think the correct answer for this one has come 300. Like of these means like overall 345 varieties, but among them this many live in Australia. Okay. 1/6 of the world's 345 species are found there in Australia has long been okay. I think the correct answer is this. That was too easy in my opinion. And did I read anything about them? Okay, let's see as fast as possible. Did we read anything about that? Not sure. Okay, let's continue. So in the 16th century, German cartographer. Okay, cartographer is the map maker is a cartographer. Mercator, I think it's the name of the person, made a world map that includes a place somewhere near the present-day Australia. Okay. You can see the map maker name, I think, done as early as as early as the 16th century. So now 24, 16th century. Okay. Famous painter. Okay, I need to find famous painter. In 1865, celebrated British naturalist and wildlife artist. Who is artist? Artist is, of course, a painter. And naturalist John Gould, I guess, said, no group of birds gives Australia so tropical and benign an air as the numerous species of this great family. Now I think it's a great description by this particular person, and the correct answer is gonna be John Gould, I think. So now, did I read anything about this? We have to be faster. I'm not sure about it. Okay, let me continue with paragraph C. Parrots are descendants of an ancient line. Okay, due to their great diversity, since most of the species inhabit Africa, Australia, and South America, it seems almost certain that parrots originated millions of years ago on the ancient southern continent of this particular place before it broke into the separate southern hemisphere continents we know today. Now, broke into means like they were separated into two parts, right? Separate southern hemisphere continents we know today. Much of the Gondwana comprised vast rainforest intersected of a river. 8 million great changes on the center of the continent began to dry out. Rainforest once covered gradually Did I read anything about one parrot species? No. How plants adapt? No. Two parrot species? No. Resulted in a great diversity. Did we read anything about it resulted in great diversity? No. Most parrot species are native to. I think question number 18, I read about this. That's why I would go with C. Ugh. So look, native to means here originated millions of years ago in ancient southern continent of this Gondwana. And native to means the most parrot species, and a reason means here I think due to their great diversity, like this thing can be a reason. I think that's why the correct answer is 18. For 18 is C. Writer believes most parrot species move from this to this. No, had ancestors either. Okay, we read about ancestors, but either in these places. Inhabit. Inhabit means live, by the way. Seems almost certain that years ago, Southern Hemisphere had ancestors in a continent which later split up. I think the correct answer would be C. They are not saying either. Here, they are mentioning three of them, and here broke up into the separate Southern Hemisphere means like later split up. That's why correct answer would be C. Came from a continent now covered by water. I don't think so. So I think 20 is done. You can read it carefully again. And now let's continue with the next one, beak. Did I read anything about beak? Not yet. So the creatures that remained in those shrinking rainforests had to adapt to the drier conditions of extinction, reacting to these desperate circumstances. Parrot family typically found in jungles. Other parts has populated some of Australia's harshest environments. Parrots spread from ancestral forests, eucalypt woodlands to colonies. As a consequence, they diversified into a wide range of species with adaptations. Done. The correct answer has already come, I think. So which one? Look at this. Resulted in. Resulted in means like as a consequence. And look, in a great variety of parrot species means they diversified into a wide range of species. That's why the correct answer would definitely be D for question number 17. And so did I read anything about its beak? No, I think I'm done with the paragraph. And now next, these evolutionary pressures helped. So now, size of the parrot's short beak, now they are talking about beak. The length of that beak do curved upper section are related to the type of food they eat. I think it's related to the type of food each species eats. Some have comparatively long that are perfect for extracting seeds from fruit. Others have a broader and stronger ones because they are important for cracking hard seeds, it says. So, longer than those of other birds. Did they compare to the other birds? Not other birds, but they are comparing their own types. They are made of a unique material, no? They are more efficiently, they are used more efficiently than those of, they are not talking about other species still, that's why 21, not C. They are especially adapted to suit their diet. Definitely this would be the correct answer. Their diet means it's related to the type of food that each of them eats. Some of them have long, for this particular reason, look, fruit. Others have strong, for this particular reason, like seed. All of them are about, I think, food. That's why the correct answer for 21 would be this. And from multiple choice questions, one question left. And for them, did I read anything about this? So let's think about it. So, not sure. Not sure. Let me continue. Differently shaped beaks are not okay. Like, let's be faster. So look at this part, rainbow colored, and look at this. Long feet have long coevolved with features such as shape and color of the flowers adapted to the bird's particular needs. Physical example, red is most attractive color to birds, and thus flowers which depend on birds for pollination are more often red. I think it is about like adaptation, adapt to attract birds. That's why correct answer would be F for this particular question. Example of how one parrot, okay, did I read about environmental, getting benefits from environment, did not survive its habitat, not yet. Today, most of the Australian parrots inhabit woodland, open forests, and members decline towards both deserts. Majority are nomadic. Two of the dry country parrots, pink and grey gala, and the pink, white, yellow, this, have expanded their ranges in recent years, adapted well to changes brought about by European settlement. They could adapt to these changes despite difficulties, it said. And two of the dry, I think two parrot species which benefited from changes to the environment, like benefited, although there were changes, they could adapt to these changes. That's why correct answer would be, I think, G for this particular question. And now let me continue with the next paragraph. But other parrot species did not fare so well with the environment. Okay, like I'm gonna show you something, pay attention. But other parrot species did not fare so well means like it's about others, like two of them could adapt, but others could not adapt. Maybe they died, like from the topic sentence of each paragraph, like other species could not adapt, maybe it means maybe they died, like if I read the continuation, that's why. Did not survive, like 19 might be the correct answer, but I have to read the passage. So rainforest is probably responsible for the disappearance of the double, look, disappearance, vanishing process of the double-eyed fig parrot. Number, okay, decline it means they died, a great particular. Then each paragraph is the correct answer for, you see, you have to use your logic a bit and then you can find the answer easily. And 14 left. Okay. So new conditions also sometimes favor an incoming species over one that originally inhabits the area. For example, after farmers cleared large areas of forest in Kangaroo Islands off the coast, the island was colonized by the Galahs. They were soon growing in holes and destroying black eggs. For example, after farmers cleared large areas of forest, Kangaroo Island colonized Galahs. They were soon growing in holes, destroying these eggs in order to take the whole for their own use. Look, for their own use. Their success precipitated a partial collapse in the black. Okay. Dan, I is the correct answer for this because one of them is living and the next one is dying because of this. So, and how about this? Which of the following is not mentioned by the writer as a disadvantage for nesting boxes? Now we should read about nesting boxes, guys. We should read about nesting boxes. So, not mentioned is very important. Okay, there may be no final answer to ensuring an equitable balance between parrot species. Nest box programs help ease the shortage of nesting sites. Now the correct answer is coming. There are not enough. They are expensive, but they are not an adequate substitute by large old trees such as habitats. They represent a nectar competition between parrots. Okay, let's look at options. They cost too much. Is it true? Yes, because they are expensive. They need to be maintained. I'm not sure. They provide only shelter, not food. Look, there are too few of them. Too few of them means not enough. And here you can see like shelter means, I think it's like Trees, habitats, they represent nectar, and that's why I would go with B for this particular question. And I want to say thanks for watching. It was great.